Welcome back to our Webinar in a Box series, where we give simplified information on the self-service portal functionalities for better understanding and ease of use on the portal. In this video, we look at the funeral claims functionality, where we will look at the requirements linked to the process and the benefits of the functionality for the user. This functionality makes it easier for the employer or advisor to submit a funeral claim on behalf of the member in the event of the member's death, their spouse, or their children. This functionality streamlines the submission process by guiding the user on which information to provide and which documents to submit, thereby reducing the need to delay paying out the claim as a result of incomplete information. Making funeral claims smart, accessible, and easy. The process is linked to the beneficiaries functionality on SSP. In the step where beneficiaries need to be loaded, the process will pull any existing nominated beneficiaries from SSP's beneficiaries functionality. This helps streamline the funeral process and cuts the amount of time the employer or advisor needs to complete and submit the claim. If the member does not have beneficiaries listed on SSP, it will allow the employer or advisor to add beneficiaries based on the nomination of beneficiary document the member submitted to the employer's HR or payroll. The following requirements must be provided in order to complete a funeral claim on the self-service portal. The person submitting the funeral claim must complete all the information that is required, which includes the deceased's personal details, the deceased's date of death, and the listed beneficiary's banking details. In an event that the death is of the spouse or children, then the main member's banking details must be provided. The person submitting the funeral claim must also attach all the required documents, which may include a copy of an ID or a birth certificate of the deceased, a copy of the death certificate, a copy of an ID of the beneficiary who the benefit will be paid to, proof of relationship between the deceased and the member, bank account statements of the beneficiary who will be paid, a letter of authority or a letter of executorship, depending on the situation, and lastly, written instructions for the authorized person who will be dealing with the deceased's estate. The self-service portal will guide the user on which documents will be required, and there are user guides that are available to help the user determine which documents will be needed based on the circumstance of the claim they are submitting. The self-service portal will verify and validate the provided banking details with the prospective bank to ensure correctness and help reduce delays. SSP facilitates the submission of all required documents to lessen the need to go back and forth between our claims assessment team and the bereaved for any missing documents. SSP will clearly outline the documents that are required and will not allow the process to conclude until these documents are attached
to the process,
therefore reducing processing delays due to missing documents.
With the funeral claim functionality, we make sure that the time taken to complete, submit, and process a funeral claim is streamlined and reduced. To expedite getting complete information when death occurs and speedy action is required,
This is how we make the funeral claims process as quick and efficient as possible in moments of need for the member and their loved ones.
see you in the next session of our Webinar in a Box series. Goodbye.